That's the difference. That's why Brez Scales is one of the smartest marketers on the fucking planet. Now, this is how Brez Scales actually makes money. Now, there are a lot of videos online explaining how Brez Scales makes money, but they haven't spent hours of their lives dedicated to watching all the Brez Scales videos, and I'm going to show you his $8 million funnel in this video, step by step, so that you can replicate this and do this for your own business. Now, for all the people that have seen this guy's face, it was not an accident. If we look at the way that he gets attention, and we just look at his social media pages, we can start with his YouTube that has 363,000 subscribers, Instagram with over 1 million subs, TikTok with 715,000, and even his secondary YouTube channel, which is where he makes a lot of his money, with 67,000 subs. Now, the reason that this is important, and the thing that most business owners miss, especially if they're young entrepreneurs, is the lifestyle that Brez curates. Most people that are entrepreneurs think that by pitching solutions and just pitching their product is the way to make money. And Brez understands one fundamental truth. That is not true at all. You see, if you want to figure out how somebody makes money, it's very simple. You just follow the breadcrumbs. You go to their Instagram page, their YouTube, their TikTok, and you click the links in the bios. If you click the link in the Instagram bio, you can see that it brings you to 2 links. This is almost like a link tree. One is his Scale 2.0, which is also his Elite Roundtable, which is a funnel. I would like for you to just take a moment to look at this word right here, freelance brand scaling. You don't know what freelance brand scaling is, but Brez makes it very apparent that this whole lifestyle that he's curated with his Lamborghini Aventador S and his GT3 RS and his M3 competition, the whole lifestyle was curated with this word called freelance brand scaling. And for people that don't know what that is, it is one simple thing other than freelance brand scaling. It's called a unique mechanism. And this is how all these influencers are making millions of dollars. You see, Iman Gadji started something called SMMA. Eddie Cumberbatch started something called growth operating. And Brez Scales has freelance brand scaling. And the kicker is, all these business models are exactly the same. They're social media marketing. But if I say I have a social media marketing company, and Ty Lopez and Iman Gadji and Alex Hormozi all say that they have social media marketing companies, eventually you just go to the person with the biggest audience. The way that a lot of these guys differentiate themselves is by changing the name entirely. And we call this a unique mechanism. If you take your name, your face, your logo, and you pair it with a word, SMMA, logo design, go high level, affiliate marketing, growth operating, or freelance brand scaling, and you gain an audience, people will pay you because your solution is different. And now you can charge whatever you want because it's not social media marketing anymore. Now it is freelance brand scaling, which, by the way, side note, Brez doesn't even make all of his money anymore from freelance brand scaling. You know what he does? He charges you $1,000 to join what is called the Elite Roundtable, and that is how Brez has garnered all the money that he has made. Now, he does also have a website inside of this link tree called Brez Marketing, where he empowers and builds your brand for you. And the way that this business works, I just want to explain this. Let's just say you have a clothing company, and your clothing company is about to do a merch drop, and you struggle to get sales. Somebody like Brez or Bergen, which is his real name, would come into your business, film some videos of your merch, run them as Facebook ads for $50, $100, $250 a day, pushing it out to the ideal audience of the person who's going to buy the merch. And then all of a sudden, people would start to buy the merch. Now, Brez would make money in 2 ways doing this business model: a startup fee and a rev share. The rev share is based on however much money that client will make. Let's say they make $1 million with the drop. Brez might make 10% of that, which, if you can't do math, that is $100,000. This is how some of these influencers make $100,000 in a day. Now, to get a merch drop to hit $1 million in sales, selling $100 t-shirts or $100 sweatshirts, it's really hard to do. And people like Brez realize that business models like this don't work long term. The fastest way to get cash in today's economy is building a personal brand and selling mentorship and coaching around the package that you originally made money with. And this is why everyone says the online gurus are scammers, is because they no longer do what they teach you to do. And that, by definition, is a scam. And honestly, if I was here to tell you what you should spend your time doing, copy Brez. Don't do freelance brand scaling. It doesn't work. Go ahead and build a personal brand where you make top of funnel content. And I'm going to explain that here in a second. But make top of funnel content with lifestyle. It doesn't have to be wealthy lifestyle. It doesn't have to be a Lamborghini Aventador. But curate a lifestyle, curate an audience, and then teach people and sell a coaching product on the back end. And build a unique mechanism like freelance brand scaling. Call it freelance consulting or enterprise consulting or whatever the hell you want to call it. That is how you get rich. Now, what's interesting is out of all of Brez's social media pages, you will notice one thing if you scroll through most of them. They don't actually sell you anything. And so he has his lifestyle 20-minute vlog channel, which has 300,000 people that watch it. But then he has this very specific scaling brands with paid ads channel where he teaches you the practical tactical tips. And then if you want to do this, if you want to be in the free webinar, the funny thing is it is free, but it's a long VSL. You're going to sit there and you're going to listen to him pitch you. You go through this funnel. It took me from a chronic doom scroller. This used to actually say a fat Fortnite kid to a multimillionaire by the age of 20. So we see a lot of things down here like sales tactics of urgency, scarcity, episode 1 live, September 15th. Brez, you got to update that. Today is September 22nd. The funnel looks great. Shows off his lifestyle, GT3 RS, hopping in a Mercedes Sprinter van, the whole thing. Claim your free ticket. Okay. So here's what it does. You put your name, your number, your email, your phone number, and you join this WhatsApp group where you're going to be placed inside of a group chat with a setter to set you on a closer's calendar to close you into Elite Round Table. And you also get the free webinar, but who even cares about that? Because ultimately, it all drives to one place, Elite Round Table. I want to first ask you the difference between this guy, Eddie Malouf, with a suit and a Lambo, which is a pretty common Instagram photo, if I would say so myself. In this photo, Brez scales at Checkers with the GT3 RS. In this photo, GT3 RS with a Lamborghini Aventador S with SpaghettiOs in the back. What is the difference? They both have the same luxury lifestyle. I would even argue that Eddie is more put together. Cartier bracelet, Rolex on the hand, nice suit, tux. But why is Brez more famous? Is because of this. The SpaghettiOs on something that you can't obtain. Everybody can go to the grocery store right now and buy a can of SpaghettiOs. Everyone knows what's in that bowl. And everyone thinks that they can obtain that. But that thing is on the back of a GT3 RS, which is something that you can't obtain. And so you think to yourself, there's this guy out there, Brez Scales, who has this lifestyle that I want. And he also goes to places that I've been to. Checkers, McDonald's, SpaghettiOs. And it's all because he uses what is called unique pairings, taking two things that in sequence shouldn't be together. People think Lamborghini, a nice dinner, a Rolex, champagne, stuff that you can't acquire. But when Brez makes a video with SpaghettiOs on the spoiler of a GT3 RS, now all of a sudden you can acquire it because you can acquire SpaghettiOs, which means you could acquire in your brain a Porsche GT3 RS. That's the difference. That's why Brez Scales is one of the smartest marketers on the fucking planet. Now, I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to give you a little bit more value. There is something that a lot of these guys use, and it is a funnel sequence that most of you should master. And if you don't master it, I'm sorry, but you're going to be broke forever. It's called unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, you aware. Here's how it works. When you open your eyes in the morning, you are unaware of a lot of things. There's this pie chart that shows off the knowledge of things that you know, which is very small. Then the things that you don't know, which is also very small. And then the things that you don't know, which is the rest of the pie, 99.8% of the pie, which means that you're all the time walking around the planet fully unaware of a lot of problems. And it is up to people like Brez, people like Eddie, people like Andrew Tate, people like Justin Waller, who educate you on problems that you weren't aware of. So people will make videos specifically designed to make you problem aware. Not to fix the problem, but to make you problem aware. How many of you are broke with less than $30,000 in the bank? Every single fucking person watching that. That's right. And why is that a problem? Because they said so. These are trusted figures, trusted authorities. They're going to make a video about why you should be rich and why if you're not rich, you're fucking poor. And you're going to feel bad about it, which leads you to watch another video about how to fix being poor. So you went from, I don't think that I'm poor, I think my life's okay, to boom, you're poor, to, oh shit, I have a problem now. Let's fix that with another video. The video on the solution of how to not be poor. You should make money. Duh. But how do you make money? Now you make another video on product aware. So you just went from unaware to now you know that you're broke to now that you know that you need to make money. But how are you going to make money? And it's start a business. But what business is there to start? Well, there's a bunch of options. You have SMMA, you have drop shipping, you have e-commerce, you have webinars, you have freelance brand scaling, ? with the guy that has the Lamborghini Aventador S and the GT3 RS and SpaghettiOs on the spoiler? That guy told me to do freelance brand scaling as the way to fix me being poor and fix me having problems and make me rich because he has a great life and I fucking suck? Yep. And then he makes a video saying if you want to fix your life, if you want to change, all you need to do is join Scale 2.0, my elite round table where all of the smartest people come together and make money with freelance brand scaling. And now, in sequence, people like Brez Scales can educate you, going from unaware to problem aware to solution aware to you aware to product aware to you aware to boom. You pull out your credit card and you fucking buy. So, if you take anything away from this video, just make sure that you guys are making content every single day, trying to show people a lifestyle and curate that feed so that hopefully it feeds your fucking bank account.